Welcome to the fucking Wasted Attention podcast. We're officially back. This is our first official episode back, considering Butt Rock got fucking... It's not even worth keeping at this point. So what brings us together today is Damageplan. It's been about 20 years. We should have done this a few months ago, but as of course, we're late to everything. I am joined with everyone's favorite redheaded stepchild. Red, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
That's cool. I'm glad.
I wish I was a stepchild. That'd be sweet.
It would put everything together.
It would. It really would.
Like,
Fuckers.
you could take all the names. Because you're. I remember when we first met you. You're like, yeah, my name's Dick.
Yeah.
You're like,
okay.
Yeah. See, I came in
the
the Richie situation.
Yeah.
And then we always spelled his name with T's for some reason. He's
Yeah.
like, take that out. It's like,
Dude.
it doesn't have T in it.
Fucking
Fuck
Josh
outta
still like texts me with Richie with a T. I'm like, no. Like,
Good.
stop.
I'm gonna start putting you in there with a T. Richie with a T.
Rich.
And then to my right, not that it matters to anybody listening, if there's anybody listening.
you can't
We've got
see.
Ivan. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
Hello there.
That's fucking Seinfeld reference. Good start. And obviously we're missing Animal because he's doing other things, more important things.
He's got to make money.
Is he making money?
He's got kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just fucking making up stories. Obviously,
He's like,
the
we don't
weather.
know he's got kids or not.
He's under the weather. Wink, wink.
Yeah, true that.
Squirrel NATO.
All right, so I gave you guys a list of things to go over.
Over.
I can't even talk. Cancel the podcast. It's already done. So we got Damageplan, Newfound Power. I got some kind of whatever I could find, really. It's like you said, there's not much, even on the Wikipedia.
It's like a blip in the map. It's just like...
So we got some background information. February 10th, 2004 is when it came out. And then it's produced by Vinnie Paul, Dimebag Darrell, Sterling Winfield co-produced, and Pat Lachman himself.
Sterling Winfield was like on a lot of shit back in the day, right?
I think you're thinking to do that, like,
I don't know.
voice Winnie the Pooh or something. I'm pretty sure that's that guy's name.
Is that... He's the same guy.
Oh, bother.
So I got a little section out here for the members, but obviously all we really need to talk about is like the two different ones. Everybody knows about the Abbott brothers.
Yeah.
What can you say about them that hasn't already been said? And there's not a whole lot of information on these guys, but there's a whole lot less information on one in particular. So Bobzilla. You guys got anything for Bobzilla?
I honestly just know him from the two things.
What are the two things?
Because isn't he in Hell Yeah?
Yes.
He was for a while,
in
right?
Hell Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
he was?
Yeah.
Well,
I
they
don't-
all were.
Yeah. But I don't know if he lasted or...
I don't know.
I think
thought,
that-
What was he
I thought
before Hell
Greg
Yeah?
was the only one that kind of left.
He
Or
did
fired or whatever.
something before this, but nothing that I've ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they fucking knew him, to
I
be
don't
honest.
know.
It's probably like a local thing, probably in Texas.
Yeah.
But he was, as far as Hell Yeah goes, I know the other Sanders brother came in, the dude from Blood Simple.
Oh, did he?
I don't know if he's still in it.
Well, I mean, I think that's gone. Like, Hell Yeah, it's done with.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
he
is.
played in
Is it
Hell
for
Yeah?
real? Yeah.
Hell Yeah, it's
I
done.
didn't know that.
Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, Hell Yeah.
No, I was stuck in the Sanders thing.
I mean, come on, guy. They have no drummer.
Then
Hell Yeah
how
has
did
no
they,
drummer.
how did they finish
Mudvayne
the
is
tour?
fucking back,
Yeah,
okay?
Mudvayne is back. That's like we're already
Don't
off
call the
topic.
comeback. The
But
band
the only
begins.
reason he's back in Mudvayne is because there's no Hell Yeah.
Yes.
We know this.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Fucking
Hell yeah, brother.
Mudvayne. We need to do a Mudvayne fucking episode.
'Cause he was-
That's true. I'm down.
Yeah.
We'll have to come up with something. But
They're
yeah,
recording new songs? Okay, never mind.
that's all I got for Bobzilla. Unless you guys want to add shit. Like I said,
It's just popping up Bob Rock.
Yeah, that's the more important Bob in
Yeah.
the rock world. Let's be
He
honest.
played bass.
Yeah,
You remember
he
that
did.
one year he was like
in-
playing bass
in
for the live shows?
Metallica.
Oh man, that had to have been the lamest Metallica show to go
Yeah.
to.
I don't even know.
You got Bob Rock just like fucking
Fuck,
rocking out
dude.
in his little fucking bass, and then you got Kurt on the other side just like fucking up songs that he's been playing for 40 years.
We got to find out if he played 2003 Summer Sanitarium because that was my first concert.
No, I would have remembered that.
Who the fuck?
They had Trio.
No.
Trujillo.
Yeah, they did.
2003?
2003.
I don't know. I was just disappointed that it wasn't Jason, so I didn't pay attention at that time.
It had to have been Trio.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I can't say. It
I
right.
don't
I'm
know.
The
It's
whitest
Trio.
of white.
No, I don't think he
Trio.
was there.
I don't know. I think you got Rock.
I got Rock, dude.
I had a shirt with all the faces on it. Bob Rock's face was not on it. I promise you.
But I don't think any base face. There was no base.
There was no base face.
There was no base face.
I'm telling you, it's got to be. I'm gonna look this fucking up. We're gonna figure this out later. If anybody wants to correct us in the comments, whatever. I don't give a shit. Bring it on. But
I saw some hush money for him.
Hush money for Bob Rock?
No, Zilla.
Hush money for Bob Zilla?
Yeah.
He said hush money. What's he hushing about?
No, not that kind. That was a band.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck does he know that we don't?
Yeah, hush money. I don't know.
He got paid off
from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, Dallas, Texas. All right, so Pat Lachman, best known as the lead vocalist of Damageplan. He has also played guitar for Halford, Killswitch Engage, The Mercy Clinic, and Burn It All. He currently performs with Diesel Machine.
Diesel Machine.
You saw him with Killswitch.
I did see him with
Tell
Killswitch.
us about it.
Yeah. Badass guitar player. I was like, he fucking rocked out.
He was doing what he was supposed to do.
And he was doing the backup vocals. But, I mean, it was kind of weird seeing him as a guitar player because I just known him as a singer.
But that's what he was known at that time for,
before he was a singer, he was a fucking
Yeah, he was playing
player.
with Halford.
Yeah. Which, I don't know.
Which makes me wonder, like, this is a question I didn't write down on my little list, so forgive me for giving you guys this unprepared.
Off the fucking cuff.
But out of all the people that the brothers could have brought in, are you surprised that it was Lachman that they went with?
I mean, with him being a guitar player, yeah.
Yeah.
But with his, I don't know, like, just
he's good
because I like his vocals.
I do too.
So, like, I'm surprised that they, like, how did they even know about him?
Yeah.
Like, where did it fucking come from? Cause
maybe backstage shenanigans.
Yeah. That dude, I don't know. I like his fucking vocals.
Well, they're, the brothers were fans of Judas Priest. I'm sure Halford, they probably saw him
somehow.
Maybe backstage shit, possibly.
Did they even have tryouts for, like, a vocalist?
Not that I recall.
Went down.
But
I think they basically probably knew. Like, hey, we know.
Do you think they went with a somebody like less known just to start something different?
Probably just to kind of break
so
they
away
wouldn't
from the stuff?
sound like someone else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. But that's what I got for Lachman,
dude. Lachman, like.
Is that how you say his last name? That's the way I've always heard it.
Is he Irish? Is that Irish?
Is it Lachman?
Lachman.
Lachman.
Is he a fucking Viking?
Pat Lachman. What's their Lachman?
Is he a Viking?
Empty pussy.
Empty pussy.
But, dude, well, another funny thing is, like, when he was doing guitar for Killswitch, which I didn't fucking know at the time, he was filling in for Adam D. And
now that I was gonna ask you that, like, Killswitch is kind of mostly fucking Adam D, right?
Yeah, for like,
that's
like,
the main attraction, pretty much. I mean, obviously Howard's a big fucking deal. Jesse's a big deal, but
for me,
I think
that's like
for us real
it's
fans,
it's a big fucking chunk of
the
Killswitch experience.
He basically makes probably a majority of their stuff.
So when you said like he did the backup vocals, that makes sense now.
Yeah, and then like I did like the fucking back in the day, like the fucking autograph signing. So he just put like a little fucking beard on Adam D and put his name. It was kind of funny.
Not bad.
Little goatee. I was like, nice.
Touche, sir.
That's actually cool that he was involved in that.
Yeah.
They could have been like, you're not in the band. No.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
They're having fun.
That's true.
And that's probably a rarity. It could,
Yeah. Something random like. And then I fucking, there's been a lot of times I've seen Killswitch without all the members. Motherfuckers.
Didn't they have Phil?
They had Phil from All That Remains for one of the shows.
I remember you
was cool.
talking about that.
So, experience.
Somebody's got to go out there and make that money.
God damn it.
Didn't one of the YouTubers play guitar for them too?
For who?
Didn't
Killswitch?
Steins?
That's what I feel like that happened.
Pretty sure.
I know he did it for
For a
trivia.
show?
Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds right.
Not that I know of.
I feel like it happened.
Oh, no. I'll find out, though. You know me. I'll find out if it has anything to do with Killswitch.
So the other thing I got for you gentlemen, something I found on a Metal Hammer article way back in the day. Metal Hammer asked, they were talking to Rita, which is Dimebag's lady, and they asked her, let's see here, do you think that Daryl had not been, I'm sorry, just reading this back, it just seems weird to me. had Daryl not been murdered, do you think things would be better? No,
Jesus.
obviously. No. Do you think that had Daryl not been murdered, that he and Vinny might eventually make their peace with Phil, and Pantera might have gotten back together?
Vinny? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, but I was going to say her response was, I know Daryl had thoughts about it. He was having problems with Pat, who turned out to be totally not the person we thought he was. He was trying to give us ultimatums about not singing Pantera songs, and Daryl goes, let me tell you something. This is who I am, whether I'm called that or not. That's my heart and soul, and yes, you will sing them. You knew it when you joined this band. So I was going to ask you guys, after this, I mean, do you think there would have been a second album? I think problems would have...
Dime would eventually been cool.
Yeah.
With Phil, I don't think Vinny would have.
I could see that.
I think Vinny was too stubborn and too caught up in his own ways in himself that no. And that possibly could have kept Dime from possibly.
Jumping over.
Yeah.
My take on it is obviously like if that never happened to Dimebag, then I could have seen them like reconciling and fucking going on with something. But after that happened, it's done for, like, dude.
Dunzos.
But like, yeah, like I could see Dime like convincing him, like, hey, dude, let's go back and fucking jam with Phil.
I don't know.
'Cause, I mean, it just seems like they weren't making much money. I remember reading one of like the guitar articles with Dime talking about it, and it seemed like there's some bad blood between him and Lachman.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even assume they might not even done another album.
Maybe.
I don't know what's going on with that. Check it.
Mic check 1 2.
Talk amongst
I could still hear, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, it fell off.
Honestly, I feel like get your fucking shit back on. I can't fucking think right now. Damn it. It would have took longer. It would have definitely took like a long time for them to get back, like Pantera to get back. But I think they would have, if nothing, like obviously if no incident happened with fucking Dime. But it would have been longer, like then after one Damageplan album or two. Especially if they're having problems with fucking Lachman. It's like, well, if we're going to have problems anyway with the singer, we might as well fucking go back to...
Yeah.
Make some money off
If there's
it.
problems, going to be problems, then you might as well just go with the good problems. Or
Yeah.
the better problems, rather.
But that bad blood still would have been there.
I mean,
with
do you
Phil.
think he didn't want to do the songs just because he didn't want to be compared to Phil all the time? I mean, obviously,
That's a possibility.
he obviously he's going to get that comparison anyway.
Yeah,
But
he wanted his own brand to be out there because he's good. Like, I'm surprised. What is he doing? Like,
I think he's just
not
playing
a
guitar.
vocalist, is it?
Yeah, like the one
That's
random
crazy.
video I pulled up on YouTube is just him playing guitar.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And he got the tattoo, the damage. Didn't he get damage tattooed on his arm?
Did
you
he?
know? Yeah.
Does it say
Yeah.
never damaged now?
Yeah, never damaged.
Undamaged.
Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, it's a possible feud. So, when's the last time you guys jammed this album before we started?
I actually
Bring this
listened to at work, probably like about 6 months ago. No lie.
Yeah. How about you, Red?
Just play through. Well, funny story. I got a story with it. It wasn't the album. It was the song that you don't like on there. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So I
Spoilers.
I was helping Dylan with fucking math or whatever. Like 2 hours into it, and I was like, dude, this just sucks. So I just threw that song on. And it was like, fuck yeah. Like that's what it's just like.
I mean,
popped
do
into
you
my head.
like actually like that song, or is it just like you just like hearing "fuck you"?
I like
That's
that
his
song
fuck you
like
song.
as a
It's his "fuck you" song.
yeah. Like if I'm gonna throw on the album, like that's not the song I'm gonna go to, or like be like jacked about. But like if I'm in a fucking mood, that's like a mood song.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
yeah. I'm gonna throw
That's
it
how
on.
I kind of feel like about all their songs. It's nothing like, dude, I gotta listen to that one fucking song. You know, it's all good.
Yeah.
But like, to me, none of them are like that.
Yeah. But like before that, like a full album playthrough, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half.
Year and a half, really.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of like one of those things where like if you have it on shuffle and then you hear the song, then you're like, fuck, I'm gonna go back to that album.
Yeah.
And
I honestly think
do
that's
that
what
with a lot.
happened.
Yeah.
Because I was at work and like after one album finishes, it'll do random songs that are within that genre, and that popped in. I was like, damn.
And then you go back and listen.
Yeah, I believe that's probably what happened.
Yeah. Or like if fucking like somebody affiliated releases something, and then like you start like digging into, I don't know, like fucking Pantera comes on, and then like you jump back to Damageplan, or like I'll do that with fucking Hell Yeah and Mudvayne and stuff like that. So it's nothing like you seek out really anymore.
I don't know. Like,
what about you?
Other than some random shuffle songs here and there that I probably skipped over anyway, like it's probably been like 10, 15 years since I actually sat down with the album, you know?
That's one of those albums though that like I like continuously, like the whole album. I know as we get into it, you're going to be like, nah, not for me.
No, like the more I've been listening to it since we talked about this episode, I've been coming around on it more, but there was a time where I was like, man, this really isn't that good. But I mean, to be honest,
you're
it's
the
still
musician of the group, though. That's why. I'm just a fucking guy who likes music.
I'm trying not to be too anal about it.
Yeah, just like shit.
That's what makes it all work, though. It's like you're like, no, dude, that's a shitty riff.
What you're doing right there is completely stupid. You should stop doing that immediately. Play it like this.
Yeah,
it doesn't even make sense. This is embarrassing. But so one of the things I want to talk about is like the tone on the album. Ivan, what do you think tone-wise? Like anything standout-wise? Maybe even bass? You're our resident bass player.
Not really. Like it's just it seems like a cookie cut.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it is because like I will say even the bass sounds. There's a lot of it that sounds like Rex.
Yeah.
So the tone of it, there's a lot of parts that I was like, if I wouldn't have known it wasn't Rex, I probably would have thought it was Rex because there's like my notes are gone. Sorry, but I don't remember which song it was. It could have been more than one, but like. Under solos, the lines, I was like, I would have completely thought that was Rex.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because of tone, and he's noodling and shit.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I just feel like it's like the brothers. So when you don't have another guitar player, you're gonna have that fucking feel.
Yeah,
yeah,
and I think they just use Rex's tone. Like here, we have this already all lined up. You know,
it's like I'm assuming like Vin and Dime. Probably more so on Vinny's side. We're kind of probably sitting in the studio on those later Pantera albums anyway. Probably doing a lot of engineering and shit. So I'm assuming they might have some knowledge.
I will also say that a lot of times, like for guitars, it's different from finding your tone than it is for bass. Because usually for bass, you put your tone to match the guitars to emphasize and back up the guitars.
Yeah.
So like. And sometimes you could even take that, like the bass will sound great with the guitars, but if you take that bass and sing a lot, it'll sound like shit.
Yeah.
No, that's true. But
when you put it together, and a lot of times you can have that kick-ass bass tone just with the bass itself, but when you blend it with the guitars, it sounds like it like overdoes or it underdoes.
Yeah.
It's got to match up. So like I can't imagine another bass tone other than Rex's tone that matches Dime's.
Yeah, Vinny and Dime.
So that's probably why.
There are some parts I can't think of the song, but like I was thinking, like where he even uses like a pedal, like a distortion behind it, the bass. I don't know.
It's probably
what song was that? Where it was?
Is it the one that's like dan dig it dan dig it dan
yeah,
dig it Crawl? I think it's Crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
but they tend to like in general that's done a lot.
It's like a fuzz, like I don't know. I kind of like the way that like came out though. Like honestly, like the bass lines on the whole album I like enjoyed. So
yeah.
But
what about
the Abbott Brothers?
Dime's tone? How do you feel, resident guitar player?
It didn't. I don't know if it changed. It felt like a little more trebly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Even like, more so than Pantera shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me,
like I remember this being like the Frankenstein years. So I always feel like they had to up the drive or something. You know what I mean?
Probably why.
I don't think I ever really truly liked the tone even back in the day. There's something about it. It's just
it's more like papery.
It's sizzly and like kind of thin at the same time, like paper wise. It's just like I know he does a lot of harmonics and the pinch harmonics and like the whammy dives, and you kind of need a lot of gain and distortion for that shit to really like come through. But I don't know. At a certain point, like
I feel like there wasn't like a switch up like in Pantera where like he drops to that in like for solos he'll do it, but his riffs were just like fucking more chunky.
Yeah.
Where this, but I feel like these riffs were more like single note stuff compared to power. I don't know, like chords and shit like that. Where Pantera had more like fucking
that's true.
power chords and shit.
I didn't even think of that.
Where this is more like note oriented and like he's picking shit more a little bit rather than like the
because when you think about it, it does really stand apart from Pantera. Like I think I don't think it sounds like any of the Pantera albums, and musically, I think I never really paid attention to it back in the day, but it's definitely like its own thing.
Yeah, the only reason you know it's Dime is the solos.
Yeah,
and like if like, but it like what I got in my notes is like it's fucking groove though, like.
It's a different kind of groove from
that. Yeah, but it is groove.
Yeah.
Like, they don't fucking lose that, but they somehow changed it up.
And you can kind of tell that they sit in the room and they kind of build their shit together because it's like newfound power where it's like, it's kind of like their version of Primal Concrete Sledge where it's like the it's not like a real like beat like on 1 and 2, you know, you kind of jamming on the toms and shit and like
that's a good comparison.
Yeah, I just thought about it right now. I'm proud of myself.
That's a real good one.
Yeah, pulled that out of my ass.
Who can like that's like the fucking beauty of like them. Like
I think that's the beauty of sitting in a room together with people and jamming.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't really think about it.
Magic happens.
You know, like we used to do this shit all the time just on our small little scale.
Yeah, and then like you build up, like you just hear something that nobody else hears, and you're like, dude.
Or try this way or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. So that's the one cool thing about back in the day. You never lost that with those people.
Yeah, they all sat in a room and fucking created. It wasn't like sending files and stuff like that.
Although when we did the Pantera episode, weren't we talking about like part of the production with Trendkill? Like they were kind of sending shit to Phil.
Yeah,
that's a little different though. Vocal wise, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to be there for that. Get the fuck out of here.
When you're like,
if you're just gonna bring everybody down, get the fuck out of here. We'll send you the tape.
Yeah, musicians sitting in a room is different. Like, no offense to fucking vocalists, but like, you send.
But that's if you got a good fucking vocalist. If
Pat Lachman.
Yeah, well, that's true.
He's a fucking guitar player. Yeah, I wonder how they had that shit written before they fucking.
I wonder though. Now thinking about it, like maybe they had some stuff like, or the majority written, and maybe he's like, dude, it'd be awesome if you did this.
Yeah.
Type thing.
I don't know. That is interesting.
We'll have to get Pat Lachman on.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to him.
Do your fucking coffee and whatever.
I was about to say, I couldn't think of the.
Let me tag him in Instagram.
Coffee and a jerk or whatever the fuck you call it.
Coffee and a thong. It's just me with my
coffee and a hand job. Coffee and a ZJ.
This is your chance to promote your thing.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah. Since we're talking about Pat, like obviously you guys you're actually like higher on him than I kind of expected everybody to be honest.
The reasoning.
Go ahead, Red. Tell me your thoughts on his performance on this album.
Dude, he has like there's like a vocal range. I don't want to say it's like crazy, but he's just good at what he does and kind of like sticks with it. So like his clean vocals are like good clean, like it's not fucking anything extraordinary.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like try to go out of like what he can handle. And like you could tell like he's like in the pocket the whole time.
Yeah. He's got a pocket and he likes to sit in it.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm.
And he's got fucking heavy, like his heavies are good. I don't know if he's really got too many like highs, but like his cleans and his heavy fucking screams were good. And the way, I don't know if he wrote the lyrics. I looked it up. Like it shows like he's part of.
It just puts him in the list, right? Like all lyrics written by blah blah, or music and lyrics written by everybody.
Actually, right? Honestly, on my notes right here it says, I think this whole fucking album was just pretty much like a fuck you to Phil.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So like I don't think maybe he did write the lyrics.
To me, it's like I don't. Like he's not personally invested in anything with Phil, so it's got to be coming from the brothers. Dude, like my first like note on here was like these lyrics suck. This is shit I'd write in middle school.
Yeah. See, but I like that, even though I'm still in middle school in my brain.
Well, you went to so many, you probably never finished.
You're also probably the best lyricist out of the group too.
But my thing is
don't
like,
stroke his ego too much.
Keep it simple. Stupid.
I gotta pet
to
it
me.
a little bit.
Yeah. Ow. But no, if the way I see it is like sometimes you can get too far into fucking writing that like it's fucking out there, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to, like, I know we all like different things, but I don't want to hear about fucking, like, slaying dragons and fucking, like, you know, riding fucking dinosaurs. Like, I want to hear about everyday shit.
I agree with you there. I thought you would say something like more like Tool. You know, where it's like everything's got like a... It's never what you think it is, but it also can be what you think it is. You know what I mean? Like, really... That's kind of where I thought you were going. I agree with dragons.
To me, is more like lyrics written... Like for like a hardcore band would write. Like Hatebreed is more straight up, right?
Yeah, but I feel like Hatebreed's got better lines. I think Joss has got better lines.
Yeah, Joss to be saying the same things a lot, even though
but it's like Jesse
Leach has the same
things too, though. You know,
yeah, but he words them differently.
Does he?
But yeah, he just uses like the same. It's the same fucking concept. I feel like this.
I mean, in all fairness to every fucking vocalist and lyricist out there, there's only so many fucking things you could write about.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
but it's just.
I think really what happened is this whole album is so fucking cohesive that like it all pertains to the same thing, just written differently.
Yeah, 14 different ways to say the same thing. Yeah. Well, they beat cold by fucking one song.
14 ways to kill someone instead of 13
ways to hate somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, because literally, like, you fucking, if you go lyric, like, you drop each fucking song, like, they all sound different, but they all have the same fucking, like, feel to what they're trying, the point they're trying to get across. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about Pat Lachman's performance, Ivan?
I dig his vocals. Like, there's, like, what's the second song?
Breathing New Life.
And I don't know if it's that one now. There's one song where it's like, dude, it sounds like Corey Taylor singing this certain part.
Oh, it was Corey Taylor. It's on Fuck You.
But,
did you know that?
What?
That Corey Taylor is on the album?
No.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It wasn't that Fuck You song, though.
Oh, was it?
Okay. No.
There might have been a part in there where it kind of reminded me of that, too. I can't think of it either, though. It was only like a certain section.
Yeah, it was like a line.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that sounds like Corey singing.
That does make sense.
Did Zakk Wylde sing on this?
Yeah.
Dude, that was one of my things, too.
Soul Bleed?
Yeah.
I was like, this motherfucker.
I was like, he's either trying, because it like, I was like, that's got to be Zakk, but it doesn't really sound like Zakk. Like, it sounds like somebody trying to do Zakk.
I had this like image in my head like of like the whole process, like, hey Zakk, we got this song we want you to sing on, and it's just like he's like, say no more, I got the perfect thing, just send me the track, I gotcha. Yes, my soul will bleed. And he's just like in a way that he doesn't sound like, you know what I mean? Like he does that, like, it's like, dude, it's a mellow song. Zakk, stop fucking yelling, dude. What's going on?
They just put him in the background. And
I can't even fucking like fake it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, Zakk, calm down, bro.
Like, chill out. He's like, no, my fucking soul's bleeding, man.
It's a good song, man. You could chill on this one, buddy.
I was literally just like, damn, that's Zakk Wylde.
You think they were just like, fuck, what? All right, we already did it. Put it in.
What, with him in the background?
Yeah. I
kind of fucking dug it.
Like, they get it, and they're like, oh, let's just not put that in
just
there.
Turn his volume down a little bit. We'll be all right. Make him sound in the background. It's okay. No big deal.
They threw him, like, in the fucking, like, it was like an auditorium. It was like, like, you could just hear it. It's like, goddamn, put him back from the mic.
I was like...
But that fucking, that song actually reminded me of, like, it's something like it'd be like a Black Label Society.
But that's what I'm saying. He does so many, like he's got a whole album dedicated to just acoustic shit. Like,
yeah,
he's got the Book of Shadows stuff. You know, and he's like, I'm tired of this like slow acoustic stuff. I want to feel something.
I want to feel it. So did he fuck around and help die? Like, was that inspired? Do you think? Is that why they asked him that fucking riff? Because that sounds like a fucking, like, you start, like, listening and comparing fucking Zakk and Dimebag, and you're like,
yeah,
I see how they're, like, they have that same feel.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to, like, you didn't hear it until, like, you start listening to both.
Yeah, it's true. If you're not really consciously thinking about them.
Yeah. But they have that same fucking vibe, like, that simple groove.
Yeah, it's
but not simple.
It's the pentatonics of it, and it's that southern like flair. Like, I don't get any southern flair in this album at all. I don't think. Maybe like a part here and there. Maybe in that Blunt Force Trauma song.
Yeah.
It's that middle section of that song kind of gives me that 5 Minutes Alone vibe. With like the bass and all that.
That
shit
sounded
going.
like a fucking like sitcom thing.
It's all about
Welcome
perspective.
To 5 Minutes Alone.
Danny Tanner.
That's something else I didn't even think about. That I can't even think of that part you're talking about. But like,
no southern feel to it.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, dude. Maybe like in like some of like his little catchy like solos.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's maybe it really is pretty stripped of that southern charm that they kind of brought in, like those heavy like bluesy riffs with Pantera. You know, just like that grinding rhythm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like when you think about it and like you talk about it out loud, like, yeah, I guess
they're not like riding
they really
fucking
took a shot here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they switched it up, but it was catchy though to me. Like
I think so. For the most part, I think it's hit more than miss.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, like there's only one song that I really didn't like, and that was really just "Fuck You." Like "Explode," I don't like either. That's just kind of
almost like similar.
It just kind of does the same thing.
Well, yeah, and then if you think about it, like a lot of them, like it does have like a fucking, like, I don't know what you want to call it, like repetitiveness to it, like
because there's that and there's Cold Blooded. If you want to talk about repetitive kind of like structure, the only thing that saved Cold Blooded for me was that middle part. Otherwise, it would have been like Explode Part 2.
Yeah, they have a formula. That's the fucking word I was looking for.
But
like, there's a formula to the whole album.
Yeah, like on "Fuck You," I think I called it like their it's like their version, like a new metal version of fucking Hostile.
Yeah,
it just doesn't have like it's like, man, is this what new metal is? Because it kind of sucks if that's true.
It's almost like what is the Slipknot song? Snap. One more time, I'm gonna snap.
One
fucking snap. Got us. That's like.
Well, there you go. There you go.
It's fucking
Whatever.
I think they wrote songs and then they just heard like other bands like, yeah, we're gonna get Corey for this because this is definitely like a fucking Slipknot vibe.
Let's get him to guest star on it. Otherwise, we'll have to fucking pay him.
Like, let's get Zach on this one.
Yeah, that's true. So would you say, just in general, you think you like it better now? Like, what's the difference between like when you first heard it and now? You think? Do you think it's aged like a fine wine? Do you like it better now, or more appreciative, or is it a little bit lower on your spectrum?
I would, for me, I think it's a little bit lower because when it came out, it was that new thing. Like Explode was fucking awesome when it came out, but now I listen to it, it's just like, man, it's alright.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Well, we've heard fucking so many other bands and heavier shit since then.
That's also true.
That like
Slaughter to Prevail.
It definitely aged well. I think it aged well for what it is. But like my fucking brain at what was it, 2004?
Yeah.
How old were we? Fucking 17, 16?
19.
Oh,
19?
Dude, I wasn't.
I was
yeah,
19.
dude, we weren't even
19,
fucking
so we
old
were
enough to
18?
drink yet.
Yeah. For like our time and our age, we were like, holy shit.
And
it's the Paul brothers.
So fucking into Pantera. It's like there was no way we weren't gonna love the album.
Yeah.
Like even we couldn't even be honest with ourselves, even if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Like took a critical eye to it. And
But like, yeah, like it held up for what it is, but it's not like obviously we fucking hadn't listened to it in 10 years.
yeah, it's just there was nothing there that. I guess if it came on shuffle, but even then, like I said, I'd probably just skip it to the next one. I don't know. I had that weird kind of time frame where it's just like this just isn't hitting, and then I kind of was like, man, this kind of sucks.
See,
it's not that it
kind of sucks.
It's not even that it sucked. It's just like, I guess where it lived in my head compared to like, I don't go back to these songs. You know, it's. I thought it was a disappointment.
Yeah,
but
that's
to be honest,
the difference between like, I think where
me and you.
Yeah. What's the difference between me and you? No, like literally, like where you depict it as like more of like a musician. I feel like. Where like maybe me and Ivan heard it and we're like, we're gonna go back to the album and listen to it because the song came on, and you're like, skip. So that's how it kind of hit for you, is like where, I don't know, you just appreciate better musicianship. I feel like than.
I'd hate to say it that way because I don't know.
I mean,
that's why he only listens to 80s metal.
We're fucking ripping on him. He's like, fuck you guys.
No,
Get the fuck out right now.
It's
fucking Dave Mustaine walks in.
I'll give you that.
Hey,
like most of the 80s shit is pretty simple rhythm wise, but they do have all those like crazy guitar solos.
Yeah.
Everybody was like a fucking Steve Vai, Eddie Van Halen ripoff kind of wannabe, but usually the songs themselves were pretty fucking simple.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I like AC/DC and shit, so it's like I hear what you're saying. I just think you're wrong.
I just don't.
Quote of the day. We just need that scene to pause with his thumb up.
But like, so
yes,
what about it like doesn't fucking hit though? Is it the music? What do you appreciate most about it then?
Well, what I'll say what some of my favorite songs were, and usually there's a hook. It's usually a chorus or like something in the verses that really kind of like you'll feel something, right?
Yeah.
You know, you get like a lot of times it's butterflies or whatever. You get that right melody, everything kind of hits.
I always get cold chills.
It's it's like cold chills or like the butterflies.
Do it for the butterflies.
Butterflies.
That or it's just like
Thanks, nipples.
that or it's like the riffs are so good you can't just like you're fucking moving. You know, your head's banging. There's something that's just like undeniable. Like these songs are fine. A lot of them are just. It's just there's something keeping them back from being like over the top.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Just
that's what I was saying. Like
all.
they're good. There's nothing that's like that it thing. Kind
Like,
of what I said in the beginning.
I think the best songs on here for me and my taste. I would say Pride was a good one.
I got my right now.
I would have to
my
hear
favorite
them.
song is Pride. That's
Yeah?
what on the album.
It's like without the money in the world, you can't buy my
Oh.
respect. I thought like
I love the lyrics.
in my let me see. I got my little notes here. Probably top 3 song for me. Clean Tone is off-putting because I thought it had like pop kind of music tonality to it. It's like sparkly. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't need that. But
those diamonds away.
I was like, it's simple but effective groove, and Lachman does a nice job vocally. I thought that's like kind of. He's like the icing on the cake for that song. That's like it'd probably be just a standard fucking like everybody's done that riff, right?
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah, I agree. Like that. I like that song, and then fucking I love that line. With all the money in the world, you can't buy my respect. It's like
it's like you feel like he's.
It's a good.
It means it. Like you can hear it,
to.
like the way he sings it.
That's a fucking jam.
Do you think that's kind of like, if he wrote the lyrics, you think that's kind of like his like I'm standing against Phil on this one, you know, like you can't sit there and judge me, kind of thing.
I don't know, dude. Like that's the whole lyrics thing. There's so many fucking jabs. That I think that's what got us into it. Like for me back in the day was like, damn, what went down? Because they're talking some mad shit about him. Like, fucking.
For another song, let me run this one by you. See what you guys think of this one. Blink of an Eye. That's another one that I really liked.
To me, that was
blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And it's not so much the chorus on
That
that one.
one, I got that feel. What you said about the lyrics, I felt about that one.
See, I
I
got that one too. Like on, I got a note for that one. It's most interesting yet commercial. Best lyrics. I like the chord progression, like it during the verse. Bow, bow. It just climbs up the fucking scale.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like Pat did another job, kind of coloring it in pretty good.
Yeah, I wonder, dude. That's what I wonder if he like wrote like the melodies for the lyrics and shit.
I would have to assume. Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
If people are like writing the lyrics and the melodies for
They
you,
voiced
then
it for
maybe
you.
that's where all that shit came from. I'm not gonna sing fucking Pantera songs and your songs, kind of thing. I don't know.
I mean, and if that's the case, like, damn, that dude had like good fucking melodies, and he fucking made a lot of these songs.
So here's my pitch: you're gonna take some more of your acoustic shit, and you're gonna send him a fucking cup of whatever his favorite coffee is, and we're gonna be like, "Do you want to sing with us? We got a bunch of shit we don't use. I know you're not doing nothing.
Animals playing the bongos and shit. Dude, just like
do another thing.
Unplugged.
Yeah, let's just do our all-star
Wasted
tribute of
attention,
people
Unplugged.
that'll actually talk to us.
Yeah, he's not doing nothing. I'll see what we can do.
I think they're playing down at the Legion, dude. We'll go talk to them.
Get Peterson.
There you go. Oh, yeah, right.
There we go.
I think
Or
so.
Peters.
For a metal
Did
song.
I just call him Peterson?
Yeah, Peters. Yeah, Peters. Yep.
Peters.
Jesus Christ.
I meant Peter, son.
Peters.
son.
But yeah, like that. let's fucking get him on the podcast. We'll talk to him about it and see what he says.
It'd be cool. Like I don't think it's far fetched, dude.
Did you write the fucking melodies, dude? Like, give us the DL on everything. Or maybe you already did.
We could talk to him about the size of Halford's dick. You know, we could get the information on that. Am I the only one?
Things are gonna pop, literally, like your ass.
Did he write for Halford?
I'm assuming so.
I gotta go back and listen to the riffs.
We'll have to check it out.
And then compare.
See, my brain went straight to like him filling in
for everybody.
Yeah, like I didn't even think about him like actually writing. Yeah, for him.
That's what fucking sucks though. Is like you got the two biggest names in fucking like groove metal, and you're kind of like maybe unknown to the public. Maybe in the metal community he's like known. Because I mean, if you got Killswitch fucking asking you to come play, they're like a pretty big band.
Yeah.
You got Halford, one of the fucking kings of fucking metal or whatever. So he's got to have some respect on his name, you know, with all the money in the world.
On a side note, did you know like the fucking guitar player from Steel Panther jammed with Halford back in the day?
Didn't I know?
They had like a side project called like Fight, I think it was. I never checked it out, but yeah.
Dude.
Before he did Steel Panther and all that shit.
There's so many fucking like one-offs from like musicians that you don't realize. Like Apple like Music's helped me like jump on some shit where it's like, oh, they wrote one album together in 95. I'm like, okay, let's listen to it.
So just I typed in Halford Insurrection. The album might have been called Resurrection, but this is a live album. I do see Pat's name as a writer on some of these, or at least one.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, 2 songs here. Yeah, so he had done something.
I'm gonna check my contacts. We'll get Lachman on here, you know, eventually.
What if he's just as into coffee as you are? I think that'll be the saddest thing I've ever.
Dude,
that'd be the icebreaker.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have to have an identity. Mine's just in a cup.
For this week. That's your fucking like slogan. He's gonna come up with a fucking. This is like Red's Coffee or some stupid
Reds.
shit. It's not even going to be a clever name.
It's going to be Reds.
My identity's just found in a cup. I don't know what to say.
Where's your identity?
Jimmy Dean sausage. I talked about it. We just believe in making sausage and coffee a little different around here.
Just on like a fucking farm and shit, just sipping coffee.
Jimmy Dean's.
Jimmy Beans.
We're not sponsored by Jimmy Dean's, so we're going to edit that out.
You are sponsored by Coffee and a Song on Instagram.
Get the Jeep.
But what were some of your songs that you liked that really kind of stood above the rest?
Well, Pride, like I said, that was one of my favorite.
How'd that one go?
That was the one. Was that
all the money in the world you
can't buy?
Oh yeah, okay.
And then I like the album title, like the self-titled fucking song,
Newfound Power.
Yeah, that's a good jam.
Yeah. That one's kind of unconventional.
That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah,
yeah. I like the obvious ones, and like the hits and shit like that. That's me. Like I like it.
They're hits
simple.
for a reason because they're fucking.
Yeah.
They're like catchy.
Yeah.
So I don't like hate.
All
on
it needs is a hook, and I'm hooked.
Yeah.
Hook and a hook.
Like and then like on Newfound Power, I wrote down like love the riff, lyrics, literally. Like back in the day, I'm like, yeah, these guys are fucking ready, man. They got a newfound power. And
even like when he's singing that part is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I think that song builds the best.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's like a more eccentric kind of Gojira where they kind of do things a little too much, and but it builds up the anticipation. And then when it hits, you're like, yeah, I like that.
That's a fucking cool little analogy there. Gojira analogy to fucking.
There you go, right?
That's crazy.
It's like, how long is this intro to Flying Whales?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to do it 4 more times? Okay, that's cool. Get some, cue the whale sounds.
But, yeah, like, and then at the end of that fucking Newfound, I was like, it's a whole fucking fuck you to Phil, like that whole album.
Newfound. That sounds like something that Phil would say, though. It sounds like it's straight out of a Phil lyric.
Yeah.
Newfound power. It sounds like something that goes in, God, what's the name of it? Newfound. No, what is that song called? What the fuck is that song called? Hold on.
How do you not know?
A New Level. There we go. I just had to go through the whole riff before I could think of the words.
Yeah, because the titles kind of fuck you up.
Yeah. Power. Yeah. And I liked, and then my other two were like Save Me.
That's just a good. That's just a good radio kind of song.
Yeah, and he had like vocal range in it. I feel like that's something like the chorus. Like his chorus has like his most vocal ranges in the choruses on the songs, and then Soul Bleed. I just fucking love that whole.
Yeah,
that whole song, dude. Just
everything
a
about
well-written acoustic.
Yeah, the melodies, the lyrics on it, I thought were good.
The fucking like when I was listening to it, like the acoustic, fucking, I was like, that sounds like a fucking Jake riff, like an acoustic, like the whole vibe. I'm just like, man, it's fucking well written, like well written and fucking like, I don't know, sounds kind of full.
That's probably my favorite solo on the album too.
Yeah,
I like that he kept it clean.
Yeah, which he normally never does.
Yeah, if it was Zach Wild, it'd be distorted.
Yeah,
1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He was doing mouth solos in the back. He's like, come on.
To be honest, he was probably like, they wanted him to do the guitar solo. And he's like, you've done acoustic shit. Come on over. And he's like showing them what they got. And he's like, we got to do something else.
He was tapping at like
give him the fucking vocals, dude. We can't have this.
That's hilarious.
Ivan, how about you? What you got? You're a hits man.
I do like Newfound Power. Save Me is fucking awesome. Like, it's a car singer. Like, if it comes in the car, you're gonna sing it.
Yeah.
I would say Explode, but that one kind of like fucking died down on me.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Like, the rest of them are like, they're good.
Yeah, it's just, I think most of them are like.
I think Blink of an Eye would be the one I would skip, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's the same here. Like, if there was a skip on there, it would probably be Blink of an Eye for me.
All the songs.
That's something I had noted in there. It sounds like Korn.
Oh, Blink of an Eye?
Yeah, the guitars.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's a lot
and
of
even the way he sings
metal.
it. You can't stop time. Like, I don't even know if that's what he says that part.
Time.
But that sounds like something Jonathan Davis would sound, because that's one of the things I was saying too. Like, there's parts where he sounds like Corey. There's parts where he reminds me of Jonathan Davis. Unless that was Jonathan Davis in that track, I don't know.
Who knows, dude?
But it sounds like Shithead does in the guitars.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get you.
So we're just gonna say this was Pantera's fucking Saint Anger, pretty much, and they just named it Damageplan. Like, if you think about it, they went fucking new metal on it.
Like, we'll show you Saint Anger.
Yeah.
So, what was the worst one for you? Did you say that one already?
That'd probably
Blink
be
of an Eye.
Blink of an Eye for both of you?
Yeah.
God, yes. Fucking Jesus.
Is that yours or no? That's like one of your favorites.
He's like, that's my favorite one.
It's like one of the ones that like stand out to me. Yeah. It's like, yeah, dude. I was like,
Christ. My dog.
I was like, it's like, it's just different. Like it's.
That's
like,
why we don't like it. We're
to me, it was like it's.
He's the B-side.
It was a catch. Yeah, I am the deep cut guy.
Yeah.
I like on everything. But to me, it was like it was catchy, like in the ways Save Me is, but it doesn't have as much heaviness as Save Me does. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I just don't like the fucking. I something about the way he sings it, the chorus.
See, like
I
chorus,
like it and I don't at the same time, but it's that weird kind of where I do like it, but like it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think the verses are better than the chorus.
Probably I'll have to go back and listen to the verses again, but
Yeah.
all I could think of when I hear it is the fucking chorus for some reason.
I do like Blunt Force Trauma also.
Yeah.
It's a solid one. It's a banger. And I like your Five Finger Death Punch.
I don't know why,
Yeah.
but that came up to me. Like if Five Finger was like better at what they did,
Wrote a good song.
it'd be
No
like,
offense, Ivan.
Because that sounds like an Ivan, like, Blunt Force Trauma.
yeah, maybe that's what fucking threw me off. But yeah, I was like, that's what I feel I get for it. I wrote on it for Blunt Force Trauma. I want to hate on the song, but it's pretty solid. If Five Finger Death Punch were better, they'd get songs like this.
I want to hate on it, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's like I just thought it would be like one of them like kind of filler tracks. Like there's 14 songs on this goddamn album. Like
that is kind of crazy for a fucking, like, you'd figure like, all right, we're gonna drop an album. Here's 14 fucking songs.
I mean, new metally that makes sense. I feel like Slipknot had like 14 fucking songs, and then
Did they?
yeah, on that first album or whatever.
Like,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah. Just off the top of my head, they for sure had 14.
And then, well, because I've been listening to that shit.
Oh yeah,
because we're gonna do
we're gonna do a little CT.
What the fuck you want?
Hi guys.
All right, hit that mouse.
That
I want to make sure that thing's on. All right, be gone.
Thanks, guy. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You smell it? Why has he got so much cologne on? Do you smell it?
Yeah.
Fries? No. I want an all beef patty.
Special sauce. Extra special sauce.
But oh, what was I going to with that? Oh yeah, I don't know. Go next. I know you got some shit. I got some shit written down too.
Oh, I do. What are your favorite moments, riffs, vocals, lyrics? I mean, we kind of touched on some of it. What's the creme de la creme of riffs?
I don't know, dude.
It's not a riffy album.
I don't want to say
it's not
like
as
yeah,
much as you think.
I'm a riff guy, and there's
Yeah.
like no like. It's more just catchy. Vocally, it's vocally catchy, to me.
Yeah.
It's more like the riffs were fucking.
I think the
caught
most
on
riffy is that crawl song that we're talking with the
Yeah.
bass, and it has that. Yeah,
and then the
But
I love the.
the
fucking
thing we were
bass
talking about
driving.
before was the 14 songs on the album.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking songs to fucking.
But it's
have.
like when you think about it, I guess like back in the day when people were like buying albums still, like yeah, I guess you want to get your money's worth, right?
True.
That's the only way I could think of it.
And the songs aren't fucking like 5, 6, 7.
It's about an
minutes,
hour
right?
in length, I want to say.
Yeah.
Was it?
14
Somewhere
songs,
along
1
there.
hour and 1 minute.
Wow.
It's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So.
And that wasn't even like a digicopy or
No,
whatever they used to call it. What
there's
they
no
used to
extra
call that shit?
songs. There's no videos.
They had the Japanese versions, and they used to have
with extra.
I remember Mudvayne had one for Lost and Found, and then I was mad because I didn't get that one. It had like
what did
extra
they call
songs or
those?
something.
on it.
It was like a digipack or something
Yeah.
like that, wasn't it?
It's like they used to have like those
Was it
weird
the
CD
booklet?
cases, and then you'd open it up and it'd flip a certain way.
Yeah, it was
and
like a
it'd just be
book.
like an extra
It
shit.
was like a booklet
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah, popped open both sides.
Yeah.
I still got my Damageplan album around here somewhere.
Do you?
I do.
I do.
I used to collect all those
All my
CDs.
fucking CDs are gone, dude.
It's good for when my phone doesn't want to sync to my car.
Just pop
Desperate
it.
times. Desperate times.
Do they have CD players in cars still, or like
Probably not
most-
now.
Probably not now. That is fucked up to think about. God dang.
Yeah.
CDs are old. Like what?
Yeah. Everything's fucking.
Bullshit.
Phones don't even have fucking jacks no more.
What?
Does yours
Did
got
they?
a jack?
What do you mean?
Uh,
Headphone jack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
no, it's just like
It's
it's
like,
I gotta
what
have
the
that
fuck?
connector piece for it to connect the jack into.
Yeah, at least you got that.
Yeah.
You get off. Do you remember having to like use the fucking
The tape?
the tape
Yeah.
into the tape deck for your fucking
Oh,
Had
man.
the cord?
player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yep, you gotta be careful hitting those the
The
train
bumps?
tracks or the
Yeah.
potholes.
Yeah.
Those
Then they
are
had like a
so
Unless you had
30-second
that-
anti-skip.
I remember I had
or whatever.
that Walkman that had that shit, the anti-skip. That
anti-skip.
shit was awesome. You still had to hold it like that though.
Yeah.
Put
that's
my
what-
Jinkos in, dude,
Fuck
and just
yeah.
slide that Walkman out in there.
Yep. Fit perfect.
So I really only got 3 more things for you guys. Pretty much all shit we probably already talked about. But what would you rate this album 20 years later?
On a scale of what?
Whatever you want.
On a scale to give a fucks.
Do you or don't you give a fuck?
I give enough of a fuck that when it like a song comes on, I'm not gonna skip it, and I'll
Unless it's blink of
probably
the eye.
probably go back to it. What'd you
Even
say?
then, like I wouldn't skip it, but if I were to skip, that would be
That would be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, I was gonna ask you what you guys would come up with to improve this record. Like to me, the first thing I thought of was just cutting some of these songs out.
I would say that. Like
don't know
if
if they're-
anything, leave them for like another release. Like here's some extra song, but even then, no,
I don't think it.
because there's none there like that strong enough. Although Slipknot did the same thing with songs that weren't as strong as the ones in the original.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not. Overall, to me, it's like it all fits together. Like I said, I feel like it's all like the same fucking concept. So like, it goes together. I don't know if you could fucking take these songs and put it on another album. Like I feel like another album would be cool.
Oh no, I don't mean like another album. I mean like the
The
like
extra
bands.
digipack or whatever
Yeah.
you're saying, like extra songs. Yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe like a 10-song album and then drop another fucking 4 songs on the end of the. Just make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't like So my thing is like when I like an album, I don't like go back and like not like it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
Usually what happens is I don't like an album, and then years later I'm like,
Mudvayne.
fuck, how did I not like
Right
that?
Yeah. So what you're saying is eventually you're gonna like Dio.
Eventually I'm going to like Dio and
He's
Megan.
gonna be an old man.
Eventually.
That's what happened with me with Mudvayne's like third album and beyond. That's exactly what happened. I was like, fuck that, that's not Mudvayne. I listened to it, I was like, that's fucking hard.
Yeah. I did. You do it like it's just the timing's wrong when bands switch up and we're like, oh no, fuck that. I don't like the way they did that.
Yeah.
And then years later, you're like, oh.
It's like Black Album thing.
Yeah.
Nobody liked the Black Album, but that thing's a fucking banger.
A lot of the times, artists are probably before their time for for our ears or whatever. Like they switch it up and we're like, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. Maybe that's. But yeah, I don't like ever go back and like, why the fuck did I like this album? Like, there's always something about it that I still like.
Yeah.
Like.
Just, yeah. Okay.
Is there?
I can't think of an album that I liked before and like dislike now.
Well,
that's a good point.
I mean, not that we're gonna spoil the Slipknot episode, but I thought I liked the first Slipknot better than the rest of them.
And then,
that's not true at all.
But do you hate it? He's like, I think I do.
I think I do hate it.
I won't say I hate it. That one's it's so dated compared to everything else that they did. It's hard to like hold it against them. It feels manufactured. Like if you, it's. It's
Did
like
you ever listen to MFKR?
Only when you guys had it around. Like when I was riding in the car with you guys.
Take a listen to that, especially like the songs that were like kind of redone.
Again, right?
Yeah. Like, dude, the bass on MFKR knocks everything else that Paul did out of the water.
Oh shit.
For real?
Yeah, like he's got some like funk shit in there.
Yeah. I know they were like almost like psychedelic or funk like parts, almost like a Mushroom Headish sometimes.
Yeah,
right? Because Mushroom Head kind of has like a weird vibe sometimes.
I would agree to that.
Yeah, I can't deny that.
That's a good point.
Well,
MFKR is something that we probably should add into a future Slipknot episode.
Yeah.
Just like having
part
that
of it
in there.
Yeah,
You got to bring Anders in.
I've been going through these albums because I've been trying to like prepare myself for this Slipknot episode. Still trying to figure out how we're gonna do it, but I'll add MFKR. I said that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll add that to the list of shit to look into.
That's one you probably have to listen to on YouTube. I don't think
that makes sense. Sean Clown's like, no, get that shit the fuck out of here.
You should delete it.
Yeah. I don't know. 20 years later though, like I still dig it.
Yeah.
I give it out of 10 like a 6.5.
That's actually right about where I came out on, because I was so anal with like all my numbers and shit. So
did you break down each song?
I did.
Okay.
I rated each song, and like 5 is like average. It's like don't hate it, don't love it. 4 and 6 below average, above average. 3, 7 bad, good.
Yeah.
2 and 8. What was it? Love, hate? No. Awful, great, hate, love. Obviously, you guys get it. So I did all that with every fucking song. That's how I'm gonna do my shit from now on. And the album came out to be like 6.4 or something. So it's like it's above average for me.
Nice.
It's very technical. Fuck you. I don't like technical music.
It's above average for you. Interesting.
It's just above average.
Just above average though.
Just above.
But damn, dude, I'm surprised. Like you said, that's but it's a weird like that'd be a skip for you for like a song, unless you're like in the mood. Like
honestly, the only one I
would you ever be in a mood like Soul Bleed? So like I have an acoustic fucking playlist, and that's on one of my fucking that's on the acoustic playlist.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So as I get older, like I have playlists with meanings. So like Fuck You is on like a gym playlist. So I want to get hyped. It's like that song is on there.
That's the one that would get you hyped?
Yeah.
Breathing New Life? You chose Fuck You?
Like if I like a quick fucking like that's like a fight song to me. Like I want to fight somebody, I want to throw on Fuck You. I'm gonna throw on like fucking,
I could see that in like a brawl scene.
Yeah. Damn. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch. It's just parts. Like certain parts get me in songs, and it's simple as fuck. That's not like it's maybe my second least favorite on the album. but in the right situation, I dig it. I don't know.
Yeah, like "Fuck You" is the only one I dislike.
It's a cool riff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the song on there, "Moment of Truth." That one, I used to like it more back in the day, and I actually think like Pat does pretty good vocals on it, but it's just like it just kind of meanders too much. You know what I mean? Like the best part of it for me was the solo, other than Pat's little like vocal parts.
Yeah, like looking at the actual album right now, "Moment of Truth" and "Cold Blooded," I couldn't tell you like how they sound.
Cold blood, and I said my face.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, now I get
that
it.
heavy
Yeah.
distortion
But like
vocals.
as I look at titles, if I can,
said my face.
that's not a bad.
That's what I'm saying. That song's just like dicka. Otherwise, it'd have been like that. Too much of that other shit.
Yeah, it's all very similar.
But I don't know. That's all I got for you guys. I don't know if you guys want to throw anything else in.
Well, the second album, if they came out with the second album,
Yeah.
where do you think it would go? I got like my like little.
I honestly think it would do exactly how Bad Wolves did, and how I'm drawing a blank. Howard's other band, Light the Torch.
Oh yeah.
How like you were expecting so much. Not that they were bad, because I liked both of those, but it went a direction you weren't expecting it to go. I think something mediocre probably would have came out of that.
That's true. Like I think that's a fair comparison, because that first fucking what's the name of that band? Light the Torch.
Mm-hmm.
That first one, it's like, oh, it's new. It's so fucking catchy. Like I fucking love that.
Before
first.
it was Light the Torch.
No,
even
like
Light
when
the
it
Torch.
became
The first
Light the Torch.
Because
It's still like when you compare that to what's the fucking name of it?
The one with the
What would they call it originally?
Devil, you know.
There you go.
I fucking like that.
Those fucking albums were fucking heavy.
Yes.
And even that first one had more melodic tones to it, and that second one's more like pretty fucking aggressive, like death metal parts here and there, I guess you'd say. But when Light the Torch came out, I was like, it took me a while to get into that one. It's like the fucking perfect amount of everything. It's not as heavy as Devil You Know, but it's heavy enough, and like I thought the vocals were.
You can't deny Howard's vocals.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like everything was just so perfect for what it needed to be. And then whatever that second album was, I can't even think of the name of it.
They tried.
It's the same fucking thing, but less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they sound like the same songs, but like it just doesn't hit right. It's just like that commercial sounding, I don't know, radio rock hits. I don't know.
I feel like they tried to, with that second Light the Torch album, they tried to like go
even further that way, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't go heavier.
Mm-mm.
More like, I don't know. It was
like
like
I would have
less
even been fine
well-written
if they
songs.
stayed the same.
Yeah.
You know, but it seemed like they kind of like
the songs were well written, and I almost feel like Howard couldn't like really put anything over the music.
Yeah.
Maybe.
possibly.
It's just so obviously like
That
fucking
might
the
be
first album all over again. It's like beat for beat the fucking first album.
I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
Like there's a couple songs on there that I still like, but it's just
Fucking pre-ordered.
it's just like just like extra songs that should have been on the album. It's like that they would have been a digipack.
Yeah.
I fucking
It's
pre-ordered
fucking-
that fucking album because based off the first album.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm getting the fucking vinyl on this one. 'cause this
Oh
man-
yeah, you fucked up.
And
hard.
then I got the vinyl. I was like, oh,
It's
fuck.
like Light the Torch 1.5.
Yeah.
It's not even the
Negative
second album.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is what would have happened with Damageplan.
That makes sense.
And then because of that, probably maybe Pantera would have came back together.
Yeah.
So thinking about it, what I kind of wrote down was like, I've come to realize like the fucking Paul brothers had the fucking groove, but if you think about the other bands that Phil has been in, he brought the fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, because in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, dude, it would have been heavy. And then I was like, no, actually, it probably would have just been a little more catchy. Who knows what fucking Pat would have done? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Filled in for another band.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to fill in for myself.
Here's our info.
But, yeah, like.
Call us.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think it would have been on the heavier side. It would have been a lot more. It would have probably just been more of the same, catchy. Maybe a little bit more like.
Because they're really stuck in a hard place where it's like if you go heavier and you kind of lose what made you different in the first album, then you're gonna get the Pantera comparisons more. Yeah. Probably more than you're already getting. And then if you go too different, maybe you don't go different enough, and it's just like the same shit we were talking about, Light the Torch, or otherwise it's like, man, what the fuck even is this?
Yeah. And then you got, like I said, I feel like Phil fucking had Super Joint and all this fucking crazy heavy
Here's the cool thing about...
And that was like the cohesive...
The cool thing about Phil is he didn't care like how fucking... It's like... he regressed like popularity-wise with like fucking the bands he did. It wasn't about getting more popular. It's about doing the shit he liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, like Down's obviously
even the
recording...
Like
the
production
quality of it was like it was just like dude, let's go in
Super
here.
Joint,
fucking,
that's like raw shit, and I liked it.
And it's obviously different than Pantera. Like Down doesn't sound like Pantera.
No,
I don't know much about Super Joint, but it
definitely doesn't sound like Pantera.
You know, it's like I don't know. You got to give fucking Phil credit for that shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like it was he just did what he wanted to do, and whatever the fuck happens, I guess.
I just don't know, like, but then think about, like, fucking Dimebag and Vinny were, like, big, like, Kiss fans, and they were into, like, showmanship.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but, like, that's what they were into, like, dude, like, I feel like fucking Vinny on the drums and, like, his fucking, like, the way he's looking while he's drumming.
You said the Kiss makeup and stuff, yeah.
So, I don't know where, like, Phil stood on, like, some of these other bands with it. The 80s bands.
It does like make you think about like just Pantera in general, because obviously they went through their whole 80s thing where they had more glam,
power metal and shit like that.
You know? And even like Cowboys from Hell, it's way different than any of the other Pantera albums that came after it.
That's like when they were coming out of their glam phase.
Yeah, and
like,
it's like
still had hints of it, but it still had its like aggression.
And I don't know, maybe there's a documentary out there or something where they talk about this more in depth. But is that more coming from Phil? Or was it like everybody together? Because like it's more like a heavier Judas Priest that kind of like Cowboys from Hell. You got the falsetto screams, and obviously Phil's into it enough to do that kind of shit. But I don't know. It just makes me wonder like what really kicked them down the fucking road they went.
To heavier.
Yeah,
like
fucking go back and think about
when did the
Vulgar
I
Display.
would bet it was Phil, just because
right?
the way he does his
and vocals. It's not like he just fucking. Obviously, he had the fucking knack for doing the heavy vocals, too. You just don't fucking stumble into that shit. And to be able to do it as well as him. And he's like, to me, I'm sure there's a bunch of fucking bands that did it before. Did all the screaming and shit, probably all that hardcore stuff. But that was the first mainstream kind of, I wouldn't even say mainstream, but just like the biggest fucking rock, like metal band. Like, that's how I got incorporated into like fucking screaming and shit.
Yeah. Like, that was it was the heavier fucking Metallica, like that was like it was like Metallica but like heavy, like real heavy, like not like Metallica had well written songs.
I was in a Cannibal Corpse at that time, so
see there's so many different fucking scenes at that time that like we like our little fucking like you were into death metal, where I had no fucking clue about death metal. I was like,
the only thing I knew about death metal was Ace Ventura, and it was Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
but it's like
they draw
it's just
so
crazy to think about that. Like even with like MTV, like why do I fucking even know like Walk like when I did at that age? You know what I mean? Like how did that get stuck in my like head? You know, you hear it somewhere. It's crazy.
Wrestling.
And then you just
Rob Van Dam.
Yeah,
that's true.
Craziness. I don't know, man.
This song is about shooting blood out of your cock.
I got blood.
Security guards always looking back.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's like, God damn.
I don't know. That's all I got for Damageplan, guys.
Here, I got a question for you guys.
Yeah. So he's like, that's all I got.
Because I remember.
I'm glad he's got some because I'm feeling inspired.
Do you guys remember where you were at to this day when you heard the news about Dime?
I was on my way to school. I think my dad was driving me from Calumet City to Hammond because I still went to school in Hammond, and it was just on the radio.
I just remember like I don't remember exactly where I was, but I remember like everybody like texting.
Yeah.
And then I just remember being like you shouldn't feel like this when somebody like you don't know fucking passes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was like my first reality check of like, oh shit, like, cause I didn't like he's just another fucking dude.
Yeah.
If you think about it, but then you're like, damn, that's fucked up. Like
I was at work. I didn't know at the time, but my phone was blowing up, getting text messages, like those old flip phone text messages, you know?
the slide.
And like I was getting voicemails and I was getting texts, mainly from John Blosky. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And then I remember I left work. I was on Avenue O. I got stuck at a train. The train was stopped. So I was like, "Fuck it, let me check what's going on."
Yeah.
And then I remember his message, and then he was like, "Dimebag is dead. I repeat, Dimebag is dead." Like, I was like, "Wait, what?" And I listened to it again. I listened to the message like probably like 5 times, trying to comprehend what's going on. I was like, "There ain't no way."
Yeah.
And then I think I turned on the radio. And then, like, I literally, everything was I got out of my car and I was walking around my car, like, in disbelief. Like, I couldn't believe, like, what happened.
Fuck?
Yeah.
And then the way, like, it happened, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the most shocking thing. It would have been, I think it would have been different if it was, like had
car
a
accident.
heart attack or, like
Fucking,
God forbids, like a rock star overdoses or something like that.
Yeah, because that shit didn't happen at metal shows.
No.
Like, that was more, like, rap scene. Like, that was, like, at a rap show or something like that. You would hear about shooting or a club thing.
Dude.
Not metal.
The one thing I'll say, like, to add on to what you were saying, is, like, to me, like, the first time, like, it really kind of struck me was when Lane died. Like, that was the first one I was like,
for you? Yeah.
For me, I was like, holy shit, that sucks. You know, because, like,
Well,
I don't think Alice in Chains did anything since, like, 96, like, maybe a few songs here and there. So, like, it was one of those things where, like, you found out he died, and I was like, I went and told my dad about it. I don't talk to my dad about anything, you know? It's like, the dude from Alice in Chains died. I was like, oh, that sucks.
It's
like, yeah, it does. I don't know.
Like,
But
Dad, I need you right
like,
now.
Yeah.
I didn't like find out about Alice in Chains until you really, like, personally for me. Like, I kind of knew about him, but then, like, I didn't get into it. So you were like into that
when we were
shit.
first, like, hanging out, dude, I was like, I remember being outside Alyssa's house when we were practicing, and we were all kind of talking about bands and shit. And I remember I was like, I like Alice in Chains, and whatever fucking one of the random, like, skater dudes that was there was like, I gave up my flannel shirts, like, years ago. I was like, well, fuck you too, dude.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
Literally
Kick you off your fucking skateboard. He was a little dude too. I don't know why he was talking shit.
He was hanging out with us. Who the fuck?
I don't even remember what his name was. He was a little fucking dude, like, thin.
Oh, Brian.
No.
Shout out.
He talked weird too. That makes sense. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I remember his name.
I can't.
I
couldn't tell you his
yeah,
name.
yeah.
but
He was buddies with
I can picture it in my
Josh.
head.
Josh and them. Yeah.
Curly hair.
Curly headed fuck.
I gave. Fuck you.
So I remember he went to his uncle's. His uncle was a DJ.
Oh, for real?
And then he came back with heavier music.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah. Fuck.
How can you not like Alice in Chains to me? Like, I don't know. Maybe
Travis.
There you go.
Travis.
There you go. That motherfucker.
he's like a skateboarder, dude.
Yeah.
He
Let
probably
us
had,
never
like,
speak of
fucking
him again.
Plugs before everybody else in his ears and shit like that. Who knows? But yeah, that didn't like. So what year did fucking Lane pass though? It was like,
2002.
Okay. So I was like in like the new American metal scene at that time. I didn't really like.
Yeah, I remember you jamming out to American Head Charge when that came out.
Yeah.
That whole ride to Mantino, that's all that was.
That whole ride to Mantino was fucking American Head Charge.
That was a good trip.
Yeah.
Some good
Classic.
shit. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. And then, so 2002 was him, and then Dimebag was
2004.
Only 2 years later.
2 years later.
Shit, dude. That's
Crazy.
crazy.
When did dude from Drowning Pool die? That didn't hit me as hard, but it was still like a damn.
It had probably in between there, maybe even like
I want to say it's
around
before.
Lane, maybe
Like
2000
or 2001.
I think 2001. Let's pull that shit up.
I think it was just like, yeah, Dimebag was probably the most
But that was like a normal OD that you would hear from that was the norm for
August
rock
14th, 2002.
2002?
Yeah.
No shit.
So Dimebags probably hit more than Vinny's, would you say, for you guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nothing against
like
Vin.
no offense like to him, but it was kind of like
it's
Vinny was a partier.
But dude, like Dime's just fucking Dime was a fucking character. Like everything about him's like iconic. He's got the hair, he's got the beard, he's got the fucking the way he conducted himself on. I said conducted. He fucking just like rocked on stage, like conducted. No, there ain't no conducting.
But all the stories,
he's the one that's partying.
Everybody fucking loved that dude.
Fireworks
from
everybody
every
got
fucking
together.
scene.
Like
he talked.
Everybody talks about how nice he was and shit.
Like even like the guy like punk bands and Green Day and like all these bands that like have nothing to do with metal. Like they were like fuck. He was like super fucking cool. Let's fucking have a black tooth grin. Like
the black tooth grin. Everybody got to have a good time.
And what was that? I think it was Anthrax said like, "Hey, can you do a solo? Like, what would you do? Like, give me a TV." Like, really? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
TV.
I think it was like a big screen TV he wanted.
Yeah, to be like that badass of a musician and just fucking love everybody and everything. Like there was no fucking like hierarchy.
Yeah, it's not like an ego thing.
He wasn't like
He just wanted a jam. Yeah. Like even like because you think back in the day, like in like 80s, like the guitarists, like lead guitarists were kind of like battling each other out and shit like that with Van Halen and fucking everybody, Rhodes. Yeah. And then you get like Dime and like friends with fucking Zach, fucking Anthrax. I can't think of his. I always mix up Scott. I always forget which one's his first name.
Ian Scott.
Ian Scott. That guy. Is it? Scott? No, it's Scott Ian.
Scott Ian. I was like, God damn it! I've been saying it wrong for 45 years.
But like,
that dude.
Like he just wanted to be friends and hang out and jam. Yeah. And like for
it would have been the fucking best decade to fucking live in and hang out with, if you think about it.
Oh, for sure.
For like to be like 20 and during like between like 85 to 95. Fuck, dude. Jesus.
Dude, honestly, I always thought this. If we were like 10 years older or born 10 years earlier, I think we would have been on the scene. I swear to God.
It's crazy to think about. It is.
Because like music was way different back then, and as the way we were, the way we did things, the way we practiced all the time, the way we like.
It was like an old school.
It's like people were more open to it. Like MTV played music. Yeah. Like we had Headbangers Ball. You had MTV X for a little while there, and then that started to become reality shit. And then like just think of all the different rock stations.
Yeah.
Like we used to have like MTV X.
Yeah. And it just played nothing
20
but
fucking metal videos and shit like that. It's like, what the fuck happened?
Shit, even VH1 had that rock show or something with like the blonde-headed dude. Not the metal show with those fucking three old dudes. But, I don't know, man. People were just so, like open to shit.
You remember that really skinny dude on MTV?
Metal. The really skinny dude?
Oh, yeah. He used to be like, hey, man.
Yeah.
He sung that song like, he sang like some fucking Aerosmith song.
Fuck. Get him to the Greek. What was that actor?
Russell Brand?
Did he steal his look? Did Russell steal his look?
It wouldn't surprise me, dude. It wouldn't surprise me.
Because the hair?
I think that guy's name was like, I don't know why, but I think it was like Jesse. He was like the first VJ, they called it. Jesse something.
Yeah. Did he OD and die?
I always thought he was weird.
I think he did.
I think, now that I think about it.
Let's find out. Bring it up.
You know who I like follow now is fucking. You remember Matt Pinfield?
Yeah.
Like that dude was into like he was more like rock though, right?
I think so.
And I'm trying to think of like the fucking like MTV News, breaking news.
Yeah. Oh my God, I do remember this guy's name. This dude's totally alive.
He's alive?
Yeah, he's only 44 years old.
Yeah. He's thriving right now.
That's crazy.
I thought he'd be older.
We thought he died of an OD. He's like, I'm thriving. I'm a millionaire.
Turns out it was just the dude from Jane's Addiction that died.
Yeah.
No, he didn't really die yet. But that's who you picture in your head. I guarantee.
They all like the same.
Yeah.
They all have the same vibe.
That's good to hear that he's still alive. That's awesome.
Because
he's always seemed like a pretty cool dude.
I just think of like skinny dudes with long curly hair for some reason.
He kind of looks like Kevin Sorbo in some pictures.
Let me see.
Like... like a skinny Kevin Sorbo, the Hercules that didn't herc out.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
Is that like more recent, like within the past 10 years?
I have no idea. It's got to be because he's got that old chin now. You see that old chin?
Got old?
You know how like in cartoons they would make their chin gray,
Yeah.
like to signify like age. Like that's a real thing apparently.
Do our chins go square as we get older? Do you like just square up? The jawline just fucking starts.
That's
Become
right.
more of a man.
Comes with,
the younger you are, the rounder it is, and then you just start fucking just squaring up.
Guys
Fucking
age
strong.
like fine wine.
We do. We really do.
I mean, George Clooney, you know,
yeah.
I feel like I'm hitting my peak right now.
JD,
JD,
Jake
Red
Jones.
over here.
That's right. Looking good,
Just
guys.
aging, dog.
People, I
Aging.
can't tell you like how many times people like I tell them my actual age. They're like, dude, I thought you were like tops 26.
I get the people at work think I'm younger than what I am too. I'm like, dude, I'm almost 40. What?
I was like, dude, I was like, I guess I never grew up to be a man, to look like a man at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean,
people-
it's not.
I still get carded at like fucking open bars sometimes.
Fuck, dude. I
Last
mean,
wedding I went to.
it's probably just because I wear like fucking, Slipknot shirts and Vans.
Yeah,
shoes.
you
They're like, "How
don't
old are
dress
you?"
like an adult. You know, I
Yeah.
was like, I guess I don't.
You know what? You're right. You get in the car and you're just fucking blasting metal. You're like, okay, yeah, I definitely am not an adult. I'm gonna go play video games.
Yes.
That's funny shit.
This is where the episode should have ended like 10 minutes ago.
No,
Yeah.
it shouldn't.
I just want to talk. I'm
This
sorry.
is just us
It's
rambling.
fun.
This
I
is
wish
what
we
it's
had. I
about.
wish we had another thing to talk about.
We do have another episode though, Slipknot. So we're gonna MF with MFKRBY. I don't fucking know. Mayfeed
We'll have to
Killer
look it up. I do like I want to do like a couple of those Metallica episodes we were talking about. What was the other one? I want to talk about 72 Seasons because I think that'd be a fun one to talk about.
I don't.
I know you don't.
I gotta listen to every fucking Metallica album after fucking Reload. Literally.
I want to do like a topic on the reloads, the loads.
That
I
would
wanna
be
talk
good.
about
I
the loads.
remember
I have
my
no-
dad's friend gave me Reload, and you look at the back of the CD. That could have went like way left field the way I started that off.
Like, I
Anyways,
remember
like, it was
looking at my dad.
trashed. Like the CD was trashed, but I put it in my PlayStation, and it worked.
It played.
And then he's like, "Is that working?" And he reneged on me, dude.
He's like,
took
"I'll
it
take
back?
that
He took it back.
He took the PlayStation 2 because he couldn't play it without it.
That's awesome.
Probably didn't play for him though.
Good, fuck that guy.
We're gonna fucking rock.
And the
Slipknot
funny
on
thing
the next
was his
episode.
name was also Red.
Was it?
Ooh, that
That's a
sounds
common
like something
fucking
Red would
name.
do.
That's fucking gay. I
It
should've cut that
obviously
out.
he was a ginger. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
I probably won't.
I probably won't. Canceled. First episode.
It's better to get canceled in the beginning than it is to be later.
True.
We gotta get those sponsorships first. Sponsorships.
Coffee. Oh, I was at a coffee shop in.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. Actually, I stopped at a coffee shop. I've had seven coffees today, guys. Just so you know.
It's the arms of
This was a
another man.
latte with 4 espresso shots and lavender.
Lavender. I make lavender soap. You want some of that?
You make lavender soap?
Yeah,
Just
we make lavender soap.
4 pumps of lavender soap, please. I bet your
He's
balls
over there with the
smell
cheese grater, like with the bar.
Dude,
Yeah.
if you guys want some bars of soap, I got you. I'll give you one of each.
Jake just like when Jake goes to bed and he takes off his pants, it's just lavender smell.
He's just
It's
like,
like,
falling
damn, it
out.
does smell like flowers.
Just unloading my pants full, sneak him out the shop.
This guy is not dirty. He is not dirty. All right, Animal. Next episode, buddy. You can come.
This is an episode for Animal. He's the only one that's gonna make it this far.
Nice.
Slowly but surely, we're gonna build this shit up. All right,
Yes, sir.
Slipknot. We're gonna figure out what the fuck we're talking about. It might be all the albums. It might just be all this controversy, all the feuds Corey Taylor's gotten into, all the members that have been fired and died. Not all together at once, but there's a lot of shit to talk about. So that'll be
Stay
the next episode. And then I don't know if we were like better at like socials, we could have like fucking topics and let people
I got you, bro.
vote for shit. But I mean, it's you gotta listen first, fuckers.
I got you. It's 2024, and everything pretty much that we fucking jammed on, I feel like came out 03, 04. A lot of big shit. So it could be the year of like 2021 year. Fucking,
We used to do years in review.
Yeah.
Back when we were doing this.
Honestly,
consistently.
we could say like the drinking age of albums and just go fucking ham on some shit.
Lamb of God.
That's true.
Yeah,
we got to get some. All of us should come up with like an album we want to talk about. It doesn't have to be old, new, whatever. Because there's an Alice Cooper one. I'm curious to see what everybody thinks. It's kind of like 2000-ish, and it's kind of got like a more like heavier feel. I'm kind of curious what everybody's reaction would be.
I'm down.
It's like when I went to see Alice Cooper. I'm just dragging out this episode. I'm sorry, but it's the album like he was kind of touring on. So he had this like whole like kind of get up, and I'll have to show you guys. It's something we could talk about for the episode, but it's always kind of stuck with me. They opened up with like the tour with like that song. You know what I mean? Brutal Planet was like the song in the album, so
I'll listen to it on the
something worth talking about.
That's not the one we went to that your dad took us to, was it?
No, I think what was that, like 06, 07-ish?
Okay. That probably was about 06.
So yeah, I don't think it was, but yeah, I think it's interesting.
Alice Cooper twice, both with you. Interesting. Dude. Now I think about it.
I wish they had that venue open still. That would have been a better place to see him.
Yeah. And the fucking
That was a cool spot.
I miss that place.
Damn.
I saw Megadeth there, dude. Not that you give a shit.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that sounds about right. That's the place to see him.
Hello, Jake. How are you?
Hello, Red. It's me again.
Oh shit! Hold on. Damn it! There was a song on the Damageplan thing that I said Dave Mustaine could have just fucking did this, but it just sounds heavier. Let me fucking find the fucking...
no. Here we go.
What was it? I knew I had to fucking add a Dave Mustaine fucking jab in every episode that we have from here on out.
Cutting it close.
Oh, it was almost. Where are you at? Oh, Explode. This is just a heavier Dave Mustaine talking the lyrics. Fuck that. When he's talking.
I'm trying. Hold on. I'm trying to think of it.
I see you explode.
All right, if that's what you got to tell yourself.
Literally.
At least he's got more. He's
just
I
fucking
hear what you're
talking
talking
He's
about.
just talking
I can
it.
hear what you're saying.
He just makes the fucking Cookie Monster voice while talking it, and I was like, "This is fucking Dave Mustaine with like vocal effects trying to sound cooler." It's fucking terrible. So
we're gonna do some fucking Megadeth.
That was my
we're gonna
least
go
favorite.
into some Megadeth. I don't care if it takes a fucking year. We're gonna do one a month.
It's literally, this is a heavier Dave Mustaine talking lyrics.
We're gonna find something that you fucking like.
I do.
That's my goal.
There's a secret place.
I know you like a secret place. We're gonna do better than that.
Fucking it, and that's about it.
No, we're fucking going deep on that shit.
I bought one Megadeth album my whole fucking life.
What?
I fucking can't remember. Literally, I just
Dude, you can't tell me some of those fucking songs ain't heavy as shit though.
I'm choosing Slayer over Megadeth.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
I am.
God hates us all, baby.
I'm not gonna say I'm not starting to get into Slayer better.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That's blasphemy, dude.
All right, I'll call up Animal, see what he says.
You only got God Hates Us All? You know he's on Megadeth, dude. You know it.
Huh? You think he's Megadeth?
Oh, for sure.
Team Megadeth?
You ever seen like all the Dave Mustaine memes he posts?
3v1?
When we talked to Rob, he was all about talking about Megadeth with Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Rob
likes
Arnold Part 2. We're gonna get him on the Megadeth shit.
Megadeth v Slayer?
Yeah. Not even Slayer. Fuck, you always gotta try to ruin the Megadeth thing.
Why? I just want to talk about Megadeth. Period. All right, that wraps it up.
All right, fucking. We'll see you next
Later.
time.
Bye.
Fucking Megadeth.